If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Monday! Today's video is going to be a new to me author binge video, and that author is Mazey Eddings. And I read her Brush with Love series. I first heard of this author from Bree from In Love and Words. She talks about this author a lot, and I had all her audiobooks on my Anyplay, so I wanted to read this author. It's a 3-book series following a group of girlfriends. Mazey Eddings is neurodivergent, so I think this is own voices. The first book in the series is called A Brush with Love. The second book in the series is called Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake. And the third book in the series is called The Plus One. The first book, I have to say, I didn't read because the hero of the first book, the love interest, had the same name as my brother. And if you know me and if you have been on my channel before, you know I can't read a book when the hero has the same names as the people in my family. It's just weird. But from what I gather of reading the second 2 books in the series, Harper is a dentist student going to dentist school, and she meets the hero, Dan, is my brother's name, when she breaks his skeleton mold of skeleton teeth, and she volunteers to help the hero fix it. The hero's father dies, so he has to take over the family business even though he didn't want to. But since his father died, he's left with no choice, and he doesn't know how to cope with his father's death. And he begins a relationship with Harper when Harper fixes his skeleton. And Harper has a severe case of anxiety. That's what I gathered from reading the blurb of the first book and from reading the other 2 books in the series. Now let's get on to the books that I actually read. Book 2, Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake. Lizzie has ADHD, and we start off the story when she has a blind date. Her blind date turns out to be a real jerk, so she tries to leave the blind date at the coffee shop, but he stops her from leaving, and he's getting very rude and aggressive, and another man steps in Lizzie's defense, and that man has an Australian accent. His name is Rake, and Daisy meet each other, and they have a one-night stand together. A few days later, Lizzie finds out that she is pregnant, and she doesn't know what to do. She didn't even know where the guy lives. Eventually, she tracks the guy, Rake, down, and she tells Rake that she's pregnant, and Rake was like, I don't live here, I'm only in the United States for a business trip, I live in Australia. And so he asks his boss, he goes back to Australia, he asks his boss if he can transfer to the American branch so he can be close to Lizzie and the baby, because he wants to be there when the baby's born and he wants to help raise the baby. And so his boss agrees. He finds this one-bedroom loft apartment in Philadelphia. He asks Lizzie to move in with him, so it's a forced proximity, surprise baby situation. And so they agree to live together for the baby's sake. And Lizzie is a baker. She gets a job at a bakery where they sell erotic-shaped baked goods. And Lizzie has trauma from her past because her mother wasn't really accepting about her ADHD. Like, she tries to ignore the fact that she has ADHD. And when she is with Rake, it is the first time she has a guy to accept the fact that she has ADHD, that it's no big deal. She has these color-coordinated calendars on the wall, things that have to do with her pregnancy, so she doesn't, forget anything, because when you have ADHD, it's hard to focus your attention on one thing, and you have all these big emotions. So when she shows Rake the calendar or the list, she thought he was going to get mad at her for it. But Rake was very understanding about her ADHD, he actually thinks the color-coordinated calendar is a very good idea, and it's the first time when she's with someone that doesn't make her ADHD a big deal. When they're at dinner with her family, Rake actually sticks up for Lizzie against her mother, because her mother at the dinner was saying very mean things to Lizzie. It's the first time Lizzie has someone in her corner, and Rake is also dealing with a lot of stuff from his past relationship, like his past girlfriend always made him feel like he wasn't enough, and Lizzie helps him see that wasn't true, that he hasn't found the right person. And it was nice to see them trying to deny their feelings and trying to keep things strictly platonic, but they grow to fall in love with each other as they go through the pregnancy and go through the ultrasound, and just because of each other's personalities, they fall in love. But Daisy still has worries about her ADHD getting in the way of their relationship. So and Rick still has baggage from what his past girlfriend did to him in his past relationship. So they have to work their issues out together, and it was really cute. I liked it. I gave it 5 stars because I think the ADHD rep was really good. +1, and it is Endora. She is another girl in the friend group, and we start off the story with Endora coming home to find her boyfriend cheating on her with another woman. She grabs all her stuff and moves out of his apartment. She calls her brother, asking him if she can stay a while at his apartment. What he doesn't know is that her brother's best friend, I think his name is Jamie is there too. And Jamie and Endora never liked each other growing up. Jamie always thought Endora was annoying as a kid, and Endora thought the hero was too closed off. He was very serious even as a kid. But her brother is getting married. She is like one of the bridesmaids, and he is the best man, so they have to put up with each other. So Endora's ex is also part of the wedding because he is friends with Endora's brother's groom. And the hero is a doctor. He works at something like Doctors Without Borders, I think. And he has PTSD from it, of all the stuff that happened over there, of all the people he saw, and of all the destruction he saw over there. And he comes back a very different person. Like, he jumps at loud noises. He doesn't like to be touched. But the only person who notices something is wrong is Endora. And one day at a cheesecake factory, there was so many loud noises and people were like touching him that he didn't want to be touched. And Endora noticed that he was breaking down, so she takes him outside and helps him calm down. And so the hero comes up with this idea that they fake date each other to help him avoid crowded situations and avoid people touching him unnecessarily. And he will help her avoid her ex and his new girlfriend. So they start a fake dating relationship, but they tell her brother that they're fake dating to get her ex off his back. Eventually their fake dating turns into real dating, and they grow real feelings for each other. And they eventually tell everyone that it's real, but they both have hang-ups. Dora's hang-up is her father abandoned her brother, her mother, her brother and her mother for his mistress, and so she's very scarred from that fact. And the hero does not want to go see a psychologist to for help with his PTSD. So they both struggle with that issue. But they're in a romantic relationship because they like each other, but they don't want to solve their issues. So they have to figure out that in order to make their relationship work. Those are all the books I read by Mazey Eddings. Please let me know down below if you have read any of her books. I would like to know. Also, if you have read Chloe Lease before, I think you will like Mazey Eddings. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see you Wednesday. Bye!